Okay, so this other video that I would like to make is intended for those who have remote, sorry, admin access to ztfministry.org, like Brother Alexis. If you like to do something more deeper in terms of translation of modules and things like that, I would like to make this video just to show you how you can actually go about to do that. Now, this is a little bit more different to what those who have editor or publisher access, because this one you can really go much deeper in terms of translating things. So for those who have editor access and who like to be able to do this, just let us know, and maybe because at some point we might need even translation or corrections of module titles and menu titles and so on. So things like that, it's better to have an admin access that will allow you to do a much proper translation. If you do have admin access, then what you need to do is go to this address, www.ztfministry.org/administrator, and then this page will be open up to you. Now, once you have this page, you type your username and your password, and then you log in. So I'm going to log in here as web team. Okay. So welcome to this other video. The aim here is to produce another video that will enable those who have administrative rights on ZTF Ministry to do translation. Now, this is a little more different. It's a little bit different from those who have access of editors or publishers, because with this one you can actually go ahead and do translations of modules and even menu items, which is not easy to do if you have an editor or a publisher account. This is for those who are publishing in a new language like Polish and so on and so forth. So you can log in here and actually carry out that kind of translation. If you have admin rights, then all you need to do is log in here and then put in your login name and then your password and then log in. If you have a publisher account and you would like to do a more in-depth translation of, say, menu and modules, then inbox me and we will see how we can get it work out. And even for corrections also. So for those who would like to do corrections of, say, module titles and menu titles, please inbox me and I will definitely upgrade your account to an admin account. That way you will be able to carry out this kind of translations or corrections. Let's just get into it. So all you need to do is just type in your username and then your password. And once you've done so, just log in. I don't want to remember. So once you're logged in, you're presented with this page. Now, for those of you who like to do module translation, so I would just advise you to go straight into extensions. And once you're under extensions, you go to modules. And here you have the list of all the modules that are in there. And you can clearly see the various languages here. So for example, we have recent news that needs to be translated in French and then to Polish. And then you have get books. These are all modules. These are items in the website that carry information. So you can translate those items right here. Let's say I want to translate recent news. There's no translation in French yet. So when I would like to translate it in French, all I need to do is click on the French here. And then this page will be presented to me. And then here I just need to type the translation. So for example, the title here, recent news, we see nouvelles récentes, for those who speak French, so nouvelles récentes. Then don't forget to publish once you are done with the translation. You can scroll down and see other items that will need to be translated. Unfortunately for us, that is pretty much what we need to translate as far as this goes. Once you are done with the translation, then you can save and close. And it's translated. Now don't worry if you still see it red here, because oh, by the way, when it's red it means it needs to be translated. If it's green it means it has been translated. So for example here, this has been translated, so that's why it's green down here. Let's take something else that has a lot more detail. Let's say I want to translate, let me go down. Something else that has more elements inside. Let's say this one here, contemporary gods general. So I will try to translate that as much as I can. So this one here, contemporary gods general. So we see les généraux. Contemporain. Daniel, arrête, Daniel, arrête. Stop it. Danny, stop. Stop. Sorry, Daniel is disturbing here. He's dragging a chair. So here, okay. So now this text most likely has been translated somewhere. So all I need to do is to find it. So I'm going to try to find it here. This is it here. And I'm just going to find the text for that. I'm going to do French. I think it's under Notre Fondateur. Daniel, arrête! You brought me close to you, and you called me your own. So I'll just review all here. Sorry, I think we had a mistake here. Okay. Hi. This is a second video, but this is intended mostly to those who have admin rights on ztfministry.org. It aims at helping you to do translation of the different modules and pretty much everything that is on the website. It's more aimed at people like brother Alexis, who is in the process of doing translation of our sites to Polish, but it's also intended to those who are doing corrections and things like that, because actually you can go through this way and do translations of the various items that say for example in English and need to be converted in French, for example, or in French that needs to be translated in English. Basically here what you can also do is do corrections of the more technical things like modules and menus. But for that, you need an administrative or an administrator account. If you are an editor or a publisher, you need your account to be upgraded so that you can have access to what we call the back end, because this is basically the back end of our website. This is where most of the technical work is done. What we therefore require is that people be careful if they are logging into the back end, because if anything you do here can have drastic effects on the website itself. So again, if your account is a publisher or an editor account, please let us know if you would like to have a more in-depth access. That way you can handle modules and all the more technical elements of the back end. We will be I'll be very glad to help you have access to this. So again, thank you very much for your interest in doing this. We definitely need help in carrying out some of these tasks, so that we can move into things that are a lot more technical and difficult. So if you have your username and your password, all you need to do is just type it in here. So I'm going to type my web team and then my password. So this is the back end. This is how it presents itself. As you can see, there are a lot of things that are very technical here, but you don't have to worry about it. What you need to do is head directly to the modules. So once you are in the modules, so you go to extensions and then modules. So you click on modules, and these are all the modules that are in there. So they represent the various the structural elements of the website itself. And so, for example, things like let's say I go back here to show you. So things like the logo, things like the menu, the slideshow that is over here, and then these things. So the articles, these are all modules. So that's the way Joomla is set, and it's very powerful that way. So when you want to change some of these things, then you need to access the modules right here in order to be able to do that. So straight to the point, let's say I would like to make a translation of a module. Let's say, for example, a module. Let me pick a module that has not yet been translated, so you can see. Now, how do I know from this page that something has been translated or not? Now, the basic language or the elementary language of the website is English, but we have a multi-language setup, so multilingual setup, sorry. So things can be put into different languages without having to make a separate website. So every single element or module can be translated into a particular language, and it will just be stored in the database as a translation of that particular module, and with that you can it makes it easy to make multilingual websites. So how do I know from this page what has been translated and what has not been translated? If something has been translated, then you look under this column here, then you're going to see the different languages. So you see, for example, you have French and Polish. These are the two extra languages that have been installed on the website. So there are basically 3 languages in the website. As you can see here, if you go to the home all the way to the top, you're going to see that we have 3 languages. We have Polish, French, and then English. So the basic language is being English. Everything else has to be translated both in French and in Polish. So that's why here you have French and Polish. Now, if it has been translated, then you're going to see this part here green. So on the top green, and then on the bottom green as well. If it's green on the bottom and then yellow on the top, it means some translation has been done, but it's not complete. So it needs to be completed. The one on the bottom here, it means that it's published. So some has been translated,